Hello, everyone. This is Maria from mariascraftingcorner.com. Welcome to another card making video. Thank you so much for being here. I know I said I was not going to be live this weekend, but in the end, we came back from camping yesterday, and I figured I had some time to kind of share with you my first July's paper pumpkin kit alternative. I got it just right before I was leaving. I think I got it on Wednesday, and I was a little bit upset because I was like, I want to play with it. But hey, I had a wonderful time camping with my family, and like I said, I didn't do a whole lot because my broken foot, and I just sat down with my foot up and look at everybody sitting camp and just move out, and I was just sitting down. So hey, that's all good. So again, welcome so much. Welcome, and thank you so much for being here. So, these, if you don't know what Paper Pumpkin Kit is, it is a Stampin' Up! Monthly subscription where you will get everything you need in a little box. And I always show the box because I feel it's important. In this little box, you will get everything you need to create whatever projects they design for that month. It includes card bases if it's cards. Most of the time it's cards really, but every so often we've had just paper crafts. So we've had, let's see, card bases. We have, let me check one thing. I just want to make sure that my video is going live like I was hoping. Let me see here. Okay, I think it is. I just wanted to make sure it is. And if you're in here for whatever reason, just come and say hi. I would love to know how your Sunday is going and how you're preparing for 4th of July. Like I was saying, everything will be included in that little box. Glue dots or adhesives, card bases, cutouts, embellishments if that's what they're doing. So again, it is really a wonderful option, especially if you're starting or you're beginning and you feel a little shy about how to make cards and whatever. This makes it very, very simple. And on top of that, it brings everything, so you really don't need anything extra to create those cards. I will make an unboxing of the video. At this point in time, you've probably seen a lot of them because I got mine quite late in the game, but we're going to enjoy every minute of it anyways. I can see my camera is up here. I didn't check that out. So, hey, it is there. Let's see. I have a couple of important announcements, and I don't want to not do this just because these are cool things. So, first of all, yes, you figured that out correctly. That is going to be my July gift for you when you buy $50 or more before shipping and taxes. This is a gorgeous, gorgeous paper. Designer Series paper is called One Horse Open Sleigh, and it will be available to you on July 6th. But I figured since I fell in love with it, and you have to fall in love with it too, because that's what I think. I that's what I'm giving away for this month. So all you need to do is include the host code, and this is July's host code. Don't worry, it's in my website. You can look for it. And if you are not able to get the host code, just let me know. I am using the host code to get that paper once you make your purchase. So don't worry. Just always remember that you can send me an email to Maria at mariascraftingcorner.com. Second thing I want to show you, by the way, is this. And let me remove this in here. So this is a new promotion from Stampin' Up! And it is called Earn to Redeem. So between July 6th and July 31st, you are going to get $5 coupons for every $50 that you spend. And that's just a Stampin' Up thing. That's got nothing to do with me. When you, however much you spend, you will get a $5 coupon every $50. So my understanding is that if you spend 100, you will get a $10 coupon. So it's kind of like a discount in a way. Anyways, that you will be able to redeem in August. So I am really excited about that. I think it's super cool that they're doing this. And I'm in love with that idea. I'm in love because I have like this long wait list or list of things I want, which will include, of course, and I know you've seen these before. Let's see. The online exclusives. So what is happening, I think it's in a way to promote online exclusives. They're making these earn to redeem thing, and I find it amazing. Okay, so don't hesitate and get your stuff today. I mean not today. That'll be what, Tuesday? No, Thursday. Thursday of next week we have the online exclusives live, and we'll have these earn to redeem live too. And I cannot tell you guys how excited I am about all those super cool moves. Let's go ahead and go to the crafting table. Let me put one thing up here. Okay, so here's our paper pumpkin kit. Woohoo! I know you probably have seen it all. I already opened it and got some stuff out, but we're going to go slowly through it just because I don't want you to feel not loving. This is the stamp set, as you can tell. It has these beautiful flowers, a base, decorated base, and it has several different sentiments. Welcome and thanks you for your hospitality, and you're invited and friend. I think these are very useful and I really, really like it. So that's our first spot. Let's put this out of the way here. It brings 9 envelopes. All of them are the same. The color is boho blue, and this matches exactly our beautiful countryside in suite. I always do this first, and I forgot kind of this time. Let me show you here. Whoops. Okay. So this is, hey Brenda, how are you? I am so glad you're here. I think you're the only one here, so I am so glad. Oh, you got it? That's so cool. I'm very excited about that. Woohoo! So these are the 3 cards you will be making if you follow the kit as is. I know I always show you. It has its own instructions in here, and they're very easy to follow. In the back, it always brings all the kit components, and these coordinates with balmy blue, boho blue, calypso coral, daffodil delight, early espresso, misty moonlight, night of navy, and old olive. And we'll see those colors popping up as we work on the kit. It always brings some extra options for you. Oh, I can't, I am so excited, Brenda. I cannot tell you how excited. It brings another, no, mine is good. It brings some tear and tape, and you guys know that I always have my little craft here of stuff from my paper pumpkin kits, and this is what's coming for our next paper pumpkin kit. I am so excited because they said these are some fun folds. I forgot how they call them because, of course, I black out right now. But I can wait what this is going to look like. I love the colors, super bright, super summery, super excited. Okay, and if you don't know, of course, there is a coordinating dies for these for our July's kit, an add-on, and it is a little base with one of these flowers. Okay, so we have, what else do we have? This kit brings something super interesting. Thank you, Brenda. It brings these little beautiful adhesive dots. it brings some extra. Look at this, how cool these are. These are tiny dimensionals, straight dimensionals. You know what? I so wish they had this. They sell this. This is amazing. I'll probably get like a ton of this. I am super excited for these. I'm not sure we're going to use them as such, but I am really excited. The stamping spot is Night of Navy. You guys know that I will use my big Night of Navy, which is right here. I don't open these today. We'll use them later. I was checking this kit. It has so many beautiful things in here, guys. So it brings a set of, I would say, just decorations, cutouts to play with. It brings, look at this. Look how beautiful this is. This has so many options and possibilities, right? It has three, I believe, three of these cutouts, and here are the bases. And then a hello friend. And you know what? Once you pop this out, you can totally probably use this as a stencil too. And then it has these two, brings two, so four total of these beautiful also cutouts with the flowers. And I am guessing, because I've not really paid much attention to it, that you can just bring one of these bases and put it in there. I think that's how it looks. Very beautiful. And then it brings, let's see, I think it's three. Yes. Maybe I'm able to take it out. Three of these. That brings another one of these cutouts and three different vases. So you have in total 9 vases, 6 of these smaller ones and 3 of the longer ones. And I think we maybe end up using that today. And these are the card bases. Just one is in that beautiful paper, pretty much. The other one is the one that's using the the Calypso coral, and I absolutely love this one. I'm like, just they have to make like these in every color. Can you imagine how beautiful this would be in boho blue? Ooh, I love it. And just a Night of Navy card base. And I am super excited. So let's get started. A while ago, actually, I had done, let me try not to lose my pieces. I had done a card. It's called, let me look it up. I just don't understand how I forget things so easy. Like I said, not enough coffee today. Let's see. It's a triangle pop-up card. And that's what we're going to be doing today, because I just feel that that is going to be so beautiful and it's so easy to make and easy to decorate. So we are going to start, just one little note, measurements will be on the description below. That's very important. And also very important is that everything I am using is from the kit except my tools and a piece of white cardstock. I just want you to be able to do the most out of your kit, and you don't need to buy anything different than what's in the kit. So we're going to start with a piece of white cardstock, and this is just a regular basic white, and this measures 8 by 8. So 8 inches by 8 inches. We're going to align these at the 4-inch mark, and we're going to score, and we're going to turn, align at 4 and score. So super simple on that end. Now all you have now is a like grid, a little grid. I'm going to align this again at 4. I'm going to bring my cutting blade, and I am going to cut all the way to that first score line. Okay, so this is what we got now. And this is going to be the bottom, and this is going to be the top. Once we have that defined, we're going to align these 2 score lines, and it's very hard to see here. And I am going to bring my little pen. I found it, just so you guys can kind of see. So this is where my score lines are. I don't know if you can see. Should we? Let's see. Whoops, that's very bad. I'm sorry. Okay, let's zoom in a tiny bit. Thank you, Brenda. I so appreciate it. It looks like it's you and I today. Okay, so we're going to move these out of the way, because if you've been here before, you know how many times I've cut them. A lot. And we are going to use our scoring tool, and then score that between those two corners. I hope that makes sense. And we're going to do the same up here. So we're aligning that corner that we just scored, that other corner, and let me see. I am not seeing that very well. Hey, Judy. Judy is on Facebook. Thank you for being here. I so appreciate you guys stopping by with. Thank you for being here. I so appreciate you guys stopping by with and playing with me today for this paper pumpkin kit. I love it. I was so disappointed that I got it so late. Okay, and now we're going to align those two dots we just made, which were the score lines, and score. And now we have our card. We're going to be using a lot my trimmer today because I have nothing prepared. I'm just erasing those two. So how we're going to fold this? So we have then a score line that goes vertical, a score line that goes horizontal. Those two straight score lines we are going to fold, and this would be valley, right? So fold over. I'm bringing my bone folder to crease those lines. Okay, so that's the first one, and then we're going to go and turn around and fold the second one. So there we go, and we're going to get that done. Okay, so that's the first one. Now, the two diagonal score lines that we just made, I think now I am too close. Let me move a little bit. Okay, I think that's better. I am going to I'm going to fold. If we keep the card like this, it's going to fold mountain, right? And we're going to bring our our bone folder here. And we're going to get the other one and fold. And there we go. So this is how this card is going to stand, right? However you want it. And then it just folds flat in an, whoops, almost there, in a 4x4 little pocket. I really like this design. It was not my design. In the other live, I mentioned the where I saw it from. There's several places I saw it from, but like I've said in the past, if there's like one that I like focus for whatever reason, that's the one I'm going to like mention here. And her website, she's a German demonstrator, so I'm not even going to try to pronounce it. let's not lie to anybody here. I don't know German. Whoops. Okay, I see that got really blurry there. I hope that's getting better. Okay, so I'm going to move these out of the way for 1 minute, and we are going to start cutting because there's a lot of cutting going on in this card. I'm going to be using this paper or this card base, and then we're going to be using this card base. If you remember, we need, oops, sorry, I have a niche in my nose. We are going to need 4 pieces to decorate the 4 squares, but I am not going to decorate everything necessarily the same. You'll see. We'll see. I hope my idea is good. You guys know I love my eighths, so these I'm going to cut at 3 7/8 like that. And I'm going to turn this around, and we're going to cut at 3 7/8, right? So we are just creating the first layers for our card. So these 2 layers are the ones that are going to go on the top. Now, we have to cut these. And if I am actually, I'm sorry, guys. I think let's cut them at 3 1/4, 3 3/4. Sorry. I'm really sorry because that means I just wasted a little bit of my card base, but that's fine. So let's cut these at 3 1/4 and 3 1/4. And like I say, don't forget that all these measurements are going to be in the description down below, and you are going to be able to kind of not pay attention to my mistakes. Okay, so we have, this is what's going to come in here, these 2 card bases, right? So we have one, and here's the other one. Now, very important is we're going to cut these in diagonal as well, because this will fold. So let's go ahead and actually let's go decorate, not decorate, but kind of put the other layer on this one. So we're going to bring our blue, and we are going to cut these at 3. So we're going to make squares of 3 by 3. I'm just trying to see if I want to cut it all that way. Well, if I cut squares of 2.5 by 2.5, yeah, I'm trying to save myself a card race, but it's not going to happen. So let's go ahead and cut 3 by 3. Let's not try too hard. And we're going to cut another little square here. So at 3, and the other one. Actually, we're going to cut this way. And that way we avoid the score line that comes in the card base, okay? Let's go ahead and decorate those or adhere those first, and then we'll cut them. This is just simpler than to cut twice, right? So this is what we're going to have, and I'll show you why I want it this way. Okay, so let's go ahead and adhere this. I know this paper is too beautiful to cover, but I am that person that do not like, what would be the right word? I do not like when things get far too busy. Yes, I am that person that do not like when things get too busy. I like lots of layers, but I think that there's got to be like busy pattern and then solid patterns, and so it just makes it a little bit easier. And we're going to cut these diagonally. So we align those two corners as best as we can. In this case, it does not make a whole lot of difference because there's no pattern, so we can kind of play with this. If we had a pattern that has a direction, we have to be very careful where we're cutting. So I'm aligning these as best as we can. I am starting, oops, that moved. That is so not cool, Maria. But we're going to wing it as is. I was going to say I'm starting that in here, but it moved. I don't know if you guys can tell, it moved a tiny bit. And it didn't cut it all the way because I didn't push all the way. Let's see if we can fix this. Last thing I want is having to, okay. I think we got it there. We're going to play with something here because I made a mistake. But that's what is cool about doing this together, and it is that we all make mistakes and we learn how to correct them. So go back again. I'm aligning these two corners. I'm going to cut diagonally, but I am still going to press very, very hard, and I am going still to cut in the middle. The reason for that, now I'm being a little bit mindful here, is so that whoops, there we go. So I am cutting in the middle so I don't like smoosh the corners. One of them got not well cut there. You can see, but it happens and we'll figure it out. Okay, so those are the first 2 layers we're going to include in here. And this is what I was telling you guys. We wouldn't have an issue here because these are center. So what I am trying to figure out is, this is the one that's not working very well. So I think I want to put this one in here and it'll be less noticeable. The other corner would be there. Yeah. So I am going to put it on this corner and hopefully it's less noticeable, right? And then we're going to adhere those two. I am going to use these. I'm going to use glue to adhere these just because it's easier. So Brenda, and Judy, how's your Sunday going? And what do you guys have prepared for Independence Day? Are you having like a nice barbecue? What's your plans? We don't have a whole lot of plans right now. Just maybe because we went camping, and I think we like the whole family is like, we could chill. It'll be fine if we just chill, but most likely we'll end up having some sort of barbecue, I am guessing. Okay, and I am bringing this in here. And that little mistake of mine is barely noticeable, right? I don't know if you can tell, but you can. It's a little bit noticeable. We'll figure out what to put in it here in a minute or two. Let's go ahead and adhere these two other panels. Okay. And there's one panel. And thankfully, like I said, you don't have to pay a whole lot of attention here when you are doing, these regarding the, oh, nice. Oh my goodness. Judy, that's a crazy amount of people. When I say a barbecue together, I'm talking about 20 people the most in my family. Wow, that's very nice. So happy Independence Day to our Canadian friend. That is awesome. Okay, so in the end, this is going to go like this. And I just, okay, like that. I'm making sure that everything is sticking as best as I can. Now these two panels are going to be in blue, but I am stingy, guys. And so I don't want to use another one of my bases to decorate this. I know that is stingy. But I know you guys have seen me do these. Oh, how cool. Oh my goodness. So Judy that is in Facebook is telling me, so you know, Brenda, that she's in Canada, so their Independence Day was yesterday, and they had a barbecue with like 100 people. And she says that she has 7 brothers and 6 sisters, so lots of family. That is amazing. I am a little bit envious. I always, for whatever reason, like big families. I think they are amazing. Just amazing. So of course I didn't get a big piece in here. So we're just creating another 2 squares of 3 7/8 by 3 7/8. And these are correct 3 7/8. And we are going to do some blending with our brushes just because that way I save myself some cardstock and I don't want to use it all. So I'm going to bring my blending brush with my blue. I don't have a blending brush for each color, but like I do have one for lighter yellows and darker yellows, or darker blues and lighter blues. Actually, for the blues I think is the one I have the most. And I'm going to bring my ink, and I'm just going to ink this around. I don't have to go in a whole lot because in the end this is going to be covered. So all I'm really inking is the edges. So we are creating. Hey Diane, how are you? I know, Brenda, I agree. So Judy, so you know, Brenda is saying that it's quite a celebration. I hear you. I was like, when we have, well, our family is small. First of all, my whole family is in Costa Rica, so it's not like they're here to celebrate. And my husband's family, so he has 2 other brothers, and you know, it's really not very big. Our kids most of the time comes to our events. They leave about an hour and a half from us, and so it's not all the time. I'm not sure if they're coming for the 4th of July, but then again, we did go camping. And oh, Diane, thank you so much. I am doing so very well, thank you. I have had, like I said, we went camping, and I just watched them set up and watch them remove stuff. I felt a little guilty. I have to be fully honest to you guys. I was feeling a little guilty. I was feeling a lot guilty. Maybe that's what I have to say. Um, Even now, I feel like, oh my God, because my poor husband has had to do everything right and anything. And I'm like, oh my God, that's so unfair for him, right? Um, and I'm actually going to bring another piece and I'm going to do the same because I'm thinking of the front and we're going to need one for the back. So a lot of blending. You could totally, like if you have Night of Navy, you can totally do this with different with the cardstock and not do this. Of course, this is me because I don't want to use anything that is not in the kit. And I am sure hoping that you have blending brushes. Now, if you don't have blending brushes, I gotta say it's a good investment because this is something that you will buy and you will not need to buy more. This is going to stay over and over. I'm pretty sure that probably at some point they get, I don't know, the bristles go wrong. I've had these Stampin' Up brushes. Ooh, let me think. I don't know. I want to say about a year or so. I want to say about a year. And they are working magnificently since. So I just would say, guys, this is an investment because it's something that you will not need to buy over and over again. Stampin' Up sells the blending brushes in sets of 3. They are really, really good quality. I really like them. But that's a general thing with Stampin' Up, right? Stampin' Up has really, really good quality just in general. Our cardstock is one of the best out there, or I think that, but I have not bought any cardstock since I joined Stampin' Up. I have to be honest, but I do want to say that in the past I have bought cardstock from Michaels, for example, or from some vendors in Amazon, and they not even half of how amazing. Look at my fingers. I'm gonna bring one of my chamois here to clean my hands so it's not like all purpley and bluish. And I'm gonna just, okay, so I always save, just in case you're wondering, my used ones. So I reuse and reuse everything possible. Yes, they're blending. Thank you, Brenda. Yes, their blending brushes I think are pretty amazing. I feel that I just feel that it is important to recognize when something is really, really good, right? I am going to use one of the other ones. I'm not sure what I'm going to do, guys, because this is going to be. Let me think about this. I'm like suffering here, guys. I think I'm going to use these instead for the inside and this one for and the card base for the outside. So let's go ahead and cut these. I think I will have to I will have to order another of these kits. Like the refills when they have them available. I think this is one I will have to order again. Um, hmm. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to see what would be the easiest way to cut this so I don't have to cut too many of them. But at least we have 9 of them. So that makes it nice for me when I play with these options. There. All I'm doing, guys, is I cut my, let me bring a new one. I got a little carried away talking about brushes and forgot to give you the instructions. So I align my envelope. I always end up thinking Spanish, like about a 1/16 of an inch, which is the border of this brown line here, and cut that. And that way I open my envelope and it's easier for me to cut now. I'm gonna I'm going to try to do this. So I'm cutting the area that I will not be able to use, of course, those for these cards. I'm pretty sure you can use this for a top of something, just to make it cute. And I just want to see how big this is. And I am thinking that this is, it looks like it's 3 and, let's see, 3 3/8. That's what it is. So we're going to do a 3 3/8 kind of square. That way we use everything available, right, in our kit. So we said 3 3/8 is right there. And there we go. And then we're going to cut this. And that way we have an extra little piece there. I know you guys can tell this got like that extra piece from the envelope here. But it won't really affect our card, or I sure hope so. I'm going to remove the flap of the envelope by aligning, the fold area. And we're going to get another 3 3/8, we said. And I don't know if you were here for that other video. It's a lot of pieces for these. Maybe I should not have gotten so excited and do this. I just feel that it is very exciting to do some of these cards, and this kit definitely is one of my favorites. Okay, so I am going to cut these at 3 1/4, and we're going to make another square. I save all my little pieces, all of these pieces. I save them because they are awesome for sentiments, right? So I'm going to cut that one, and I'm going to bring another piece. Don't get scared, guys. You don't have to decorate this much. I am decorating this much just because I love my little layers, but that's it. I'm going to make a 3 by 3 square. And this is part of the mechanism we're going to be working on. Okay. And I'm going to bring another square. So 2 squares of 3 by 3. Okay. I think we are almost done with all the pieces. Let's get to building and hopefully we make it. Okay. So here's the piece we already have started. We have these bigger pieces that we are going to put in the middle, in here, like that. I am actually thinking that I want to put some decoration of these. We'll see how I end up using these. Oh, Diane, I'm so glad you do. I am a layer addict, guys. I don't know how else to say it. When I see layers, I'm like, okay, let's begin with this. That's how I started with paper crafting. Actually, you guys can laugh with me. When I was little, I lived in Costa Rica, right? And I don't think scrapbooking was a thing at all, or any of that. Like there was nothing like what we have in the States, right? Nothing like of nothing. And so it is very funny because I don't know, but what I just kept collecting was gift wrapping paper. That's what makes sense to me, to collect, because that was what was available. And so I just always tell this story because it's just like whatever you are, you can always play with what you have available, right? That was my collection, was a lot of gift wrapping paper. Okay, so I'm going to leave this layer. These 2 layers are going to be decorated. That's why I'm not so sad that they're not super decorated layers. I'm going to bring one of our 3 by 3 pieces, and we're going to do some stamping. If I manage to find where I put my stamps. Ta-da! I found them. And I am going to use this one that says, okay, let me open this. Sorry, that's pretty noisy. And I love this one that says, thank you for your hospitality. Let's bring one of our blocks. I have told you guys that's one of the reasons I have my grid paper. Right, Brenda. So Diane is also on Facebook, and Brenda is who is in YouTube is also saying that she loves the appearance of layering. I just feel it brings, yeah, it brings it to the next level. So I as you guys can tell, I really put this cricket. So I am going to keep it cricket so I don't mess it up, right? You guys know I do that all the time as a saver because I really cannot do anything that is not cricket. It's pretty sad. And I'm going to bring the tiny, we have a tiny flower in our stamp set, and I am going to put a couple of them. So let's see, I'm going to put the darker one, and then I'm stamping off, maybe a little lighter even there in the back. And then I'm going to bring some in here. So that's how you make the most. Oh, right. It is. I love, that's one of the things I love about this card is how, about the whole suite. It's just, yeah. Judy, I just love this suite. The countryside in this paper, that's why I was waiting so excited for this one because I'm like, I just need it. And I am going to kind of create a border here. Okay. Always stamping off a little bit so we have some different colors. I have to be mindful in this case because this has already some color in there, so we want to keep continuity. Well, ever free if you ask me. And I'm gonna bring a darker one, so we just created that little border there for that. Let me move that, clean that. We're going to move that away, and this is going to go in here. Where's my Stampin' Seal Plus? I have it like right next to me and I'm still looking for it. It's just so funny. And that way you still have some area in here to write your message, right? Now this piece is going to go in here and it's going to be covered when you actually set this up. So nobody's really going to see it. So you can write whatever you want in there. Well, that fits. If it's me writing, it'll be like, thank you so much, and that's it, because I have such an awful handwriting. I cannot help it, guys. It's terrible. Okay, so this is the first step. That is done, and we're ready to decorate this. I am going to bring our little piece of, I was thinking that we actually have to have a piece already, but I can't find it, so that's fine, I guess. Oh, Jesus Maria. Well, fine. We'll bring these. And I'm just going to create, let's see. I'm going to say like an inch and a half. An inch and a quarter. I'm aligning these as best as I can. And we are going to make this, so 3 we said. So let's make it 3 and a half. And I'm going to take off that little slanted area. And now we're going to cut a 3 and a half. And we're just going to put these in there so we have some decoration. Guys, remember what I was looking for? It was right here on my right hand. I just did not see it. That's how life works. Okay, so I am just going to put this in here. It's a little bit bigger than these, but it's just so we create some layering, right? And we can put it there. We can put it many other ways. I just want a little bit of those flowers because they are going to be visible on this side. And okay, I don't know why I'm doing this way. Okay, this is a tiny bit bigger than this square below, but just a tiny bit. And there it goes. Okay, and now we're going to bring, so let's see. Oh, I used the other one. It's fine. used the one that I didn't need to use on the other one. So we're going to cut these to 3. Sorry about that, guys. Should have had some of these cut. I did not. And we are going to build an easel. So one of these pieces, actually, we are going to go into the 1.5 inch mark, and we're going to fold. Okay. There we go. Okay. Let me move a little bit here. What am I doing wrong today that my easel is not popping up, guys? Oh, thank you, Diane. Let me try to figure out where my mistake is, because I don't know where it is, but oh, I remember now, guys. Shh. Don't tell anybody. Don't tell anybody. It's fine. And now I was like, what am I doing wrong, Maria? And now we're going to score in the half of this. This is so funny. So if it was, we score at 1.5 inch, and the half of that will be 3/4. Okay. I was like, I am doing something wrong and I can't tell what it is. So, okay, there's a little easel. So we're going to put this easel wherever we want. We just have to be mindful that this is going to come here and this needs to close well, right? So wherever we put it, it needs to close well. Thank you, Diane. I know. It's like, what? I remember how to do easels. I've done this in the past. So for example, you cannot put it this way, like diagonal, which would be ideal. In the ones I did in the other video, I used circles, and that would be more probably easier on the end. So we need to put it this way, unless we make a smaller. Let me see 1 second. So I'm actually going to cut these a tiny bit on one side. Let's see. I cut a 1/2 inch of it. So this is 2.5. And one of the things, I like to say this, just because, right? One of the things about the paper pumpkin kit is that I do a lot of just playing around with it. That's kind of one of the things I love about paper pumpkin kit and about creating, right? Like what we are doing here is having fun creating cards. So some of it is not completely decided or defined, and I'm okay with it. Okay, that fits there. Because my thought is, let's bring some of the cutouts. So if we put these beautiful base in here, like that, then when it stamps, the base is going to be looking up, and I'm going to remove another 1/8 of it, another 1/2 inch actually. So this is now 2 by 3. And of course, you can do this in many ways differently. So this will fit perfectly like that. We'll have these friend over here, and we can put another one of these. Whoops. Just like that. We can even just put them like so. I just don't like to see this white in here, but we can just put it like that. And then we'll bring some of these, if we find them. I am thinking, do I want to cut this? They're too big, huh? Where's the other? Okay, guys, I'm going to go for it. Let's bring the snips. and we're going to die cut. Well, I'm going to do this by hand. I was trying to save that, so maybe we can save it. And we're just going to die cut and die cut. I keep saying die cut. These real quick. It's fussy cutting is, I'm not an expert, guys, so if I can do it, anybody can do it. Let's face it. I don't know how to cut well. I have never cut well. God forbid cutting straight. I have an aunt. Who of you have an aunt and grandma that just would sit down and cut all the way, like, I don't know, a feet of fabric, because she was a seamstress. She liked that, and would have it perfect. That's not me. Let's put it that way. I can barely cut, like, I don't know, an inch and keep it straight. So that's why I love my trimmer, guys, because I have no way of making this differently without a trimmer. I would not be able to cut anything straight. So let's put it this way: if it weren't for the trimmer, I would not be crafting, or at least not crafting cute things, because they will all be crooked. So again, if I can do some cutting in here, some fussy cutting, you guys, you are all able. Just give yourself some time, that's all you need. I am going to try to do this, hopefully. Cut there inside. Like I said, I am not very good with this, so it's okay. Okay, and now we're going to put this in here together. I'm going to put the glue in this side. And actually, I'm going to put more. And I'm going to push this all the way there. I don't mind not seeing, a whole lot of that green, but I want it to be stuck. Okay, so I'm bringing this in here. Now I'm bringing these, and I think I like that. Okay. We'll put this here. I am still going to cut another piece of these. So this is still 3 because it needs to be that length. But I think I'm going to go to 1.5. So 3 by 1.5. I kept thinking I can just put this and it'll be like so much cuter, huh? But we'll use that in another spot. Okay, so we are going to put these in here. These in here. Now it's time to make sure. Guys, I'm so glad you guys are having so much fun here. These needs to be within the perimeter of this first square here, right? So because if we put it there, then when we fold it, it will not fold correctly. So let's go ahead and adhere this. I'm going to put some glue here because, as you guys can tell, my today I've not been very awesome. Okay, I'm putting it as far this way as possible, like that. So this has more space to pop up. Okay, so I've got that one there, and this is going to go in here. And now we're going to bring our little base and our little other base like that. And it'll create a super cute scene. And I'm going to put some glue in here. The reality is, in the end, this is about having a lot of fun, right? And so this is how my creating process looks like all the time. And I am not crazy, I swear, guys. So we can put this one in here. We'll bring this one in here. And then it'll just pop up like that. And I am liking that idea. So let's go ahead and adhere our friend. All the way to the bottom, I am adhering it. So it looks like it's grounded. And we'll bring this one, which I love because it brings a pop of color and completely, whoops, crazy, completely creates difference and fill out that white space. I love it. Okay, so that's how it's going to look. Now, we need one of these beautiful pieces in here. We can probably bring this one. So, if I could use other stuff, I would. I don't know. I want to use this piece. Let's cut these piece that I already messed up horribly. And let's cut, I want to say I'm going to cut about 1/2 inch. Okay. And we have those beautiful flowers. Hopefully I find them. And we're going to come and bring them again. And we're going to stump. We're making what's going to stop the easel. Wait. So we're using this flower quite a bit. And I like that very much. And I'm going to put just one little piece in here. Okay. Just like that. And we're going to bring one of those super awesome pieces. Like I said, I wish they have these all in all for sale. I am not kidding. This is awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay. You see, guys, what I say when I can't put anything straight? Look at that. That's the extent of my straightness, Maria. And I'm going to bring a little piece extra of my very loved, well-loved dimensionals to put in that corner. And we're going to remove this. Let's go ahead and put that out of the way. And now we're going to put this in here. So these, I'm going to align this with this in here. Thank you, Diane. I like to make fun of myself a lot. But I just feel that that's how crafting is, right? Like, hey, sometimes you got it right, sometimes you don't get it too right, and that is perfectly okay. And now we have a place for our little holder to look better. So when these goes in here, maybe, this is how it's going to look. So you'll be able to see, put this in like your desk or whatever, right? Oops, there. Isn't that super cute? I am loving these. This is super nice, super cute. If you could, right, Diana, I agree with you. Diana is saying, but who knows it's crooked? I know. It's just a funny thing. If you have like white embossing, you can emboss stuff here. Maybe that flower, you can emboss it in here. Or not put this layer and just left it white, colorful. It would have looked fine. I just feel that, let's try it so you guys see. What is it, my little piece? Like if it were like this, I feel it can get lost. I don't know what you guys think. You see what I'm saying? I feel like it could get lost. So I like these to be a little less busy. So the beautiful and what's the name? The main piece, let's call it that way, will really pop up. And I know that it has the, Calypso coral and the other colors, and that will make it pop up. But I just feel like, and so we fold it. Ta-da, and it goes like this. Now, it's an hour, guys. I am sorry. I should have make this through a little less complicated. When you decorate, whoops, I just fold that wrong. That's not cool. When we fold this, I decorated these two sides, right? Because these need to fold, so we don't want this to be the opening or closing. So these are the two sides that we are going to decorate. I know it's later, and we're going to kind of do this really quickly. And I know I'm crazy because I like everything so layered up, but I'm okay being crazy. I can live with that. We're going to cut another piece of, whoops, I was not paying attention. This is 3 3/4, so I'm going to bring this in 3 3/4. And we're going to do something with those extra layers we just had. And I'm going to put this in here, and this is going to be the front of my card. So that's the other thing that you have to decide is which is going to be the front. It really does not make a whole lot of a difference, right? Do you want people to open this way, right? In the direction. So for example, I want this to open this way because that's what makes sense in my brain. So my layer could go this way. It does not matter a whole lot in this case, but I can open my layer this way or this way. Depending on how you do it, you will need to put your paper accordingly, right? So this is how I'm going to create this. And this is a quarter smaller. So I always have to pay attention when it's not my, I mean, this is an eighth smaller. I'm just kidding. And that was not good. Maria, thankfully, this is going to pop up a little bit easier. Please. Almost. Okay. Phew, guys. Because it's being inked. So when you have ink cardstock, remember that it's wet, right? And so we will need to like really push to make it stay. Oh, thank you, Diane. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I really appreciate it. Thank you. I am so glad you guys are liking it. And I am going to bring these. Would that be too much? Right? So I'm folding these, which makes no sense. I'm going to cut it like that. And we are going to tie these together in here, just like some decoration. And we're going to put the sentiment on top. Ouchie. Okay. I'm liking these. What if I put this in here? And then stamp in here. Okay. That's, see, all the pieces we can reuse. So I'm going to bring our little one that says friend. Man, sorry guys. This is little. When I say little, it's really, really little. Just in case you were wondering. Okay. And I'm going to line these as best as I can with my grid paper. And I'm not going to go straight either, just because. There we go. And I'm going to bring some of those flowers again so they pop up a little bit. Just one, I think. And one maybe on the top in here. Okay. There you go. I always wash my stuff right away, guys. I want my stuff to last a very long time. And so I'm going to, let's see. I'm going to line this in here, and I am going to put these inside like that. So we have like a little bit of something extra. So I'm going to bring glue because I feel that glue is going to be more forgiving for us to play with. I think that that's good enough. Okay. And I'm going to bring the other one. I should have totally just cut a little piece, but I didn't. And it's fine. Okay. Does that fit? It's going to fit because it's going to be on the white. So that will work perfectly okay. So now I'm going to bring, guys, you're going to laugh, but I am not going to use those straight beautiful things. I love them too much. I'm going to use these old pieces of dimensionals. Nothing gets wasted in this house. So, yep, we are going to put some extra of these, which is just, if you don't know, these are our regular dimensionals. Actually, this is a piece from another paper pumpkin kit. And I'm just putting the sides of it, using the sides of it. And that way, I use everything available. I love dimensionals. If you've been here before, you know that. And so I try to save as much as I can, right? Because nothing is free. So, okay. So that's a simple outside, right? We're going to get this in here. Now, the only thing I didn't think much when I was making these card, or decided to make this the card for this, this way, for the paper pumpkin kit, is that the other cards I actually use some ribbons, some twine, something like that. So I am not going to use anything. It'll be fine if you don't cut it, if you don't put a twine in here, but it does look much better if you're able to attach something in here, of course, right? And now we're gonna decorate a little bit that last piece. And I have all my pieces all mixed up in here. I'm sorry, guys. The first video is always so much more disorganized. Okay, I'm gonna do this real quick. We're gonna create something with these pieces. Okay, so we have, let's see, we have, where are they? Here they are. So we have some of the boho blue. We have some of the decorations, and we have some blue. And so what we're going to do is we're going to create some strips. These strips is we're going to make them 1 by 3.5. So 1 by 3, much easier. Okay, and then I'm going to bring this one, that's 1 by 3. So I'm going to cut the 3 in here. And 1. Whoops. Okay, and 1 blue one. So again, 3 and 1. Okay. We're going to play with those, and I'm going to bring a piece of white. So 3 by 1. So we can play with this, and that's the whole goal. So this is the back of the card, right? And so we can just put these, let's see, not that one yet, like that. And like that. And I'm going to leave this one as a front one because I like it better. And that's going to be the back of our card. Super, super simple, but that way you can use all those little scraps that actually I just created with the card, right? So this one is going to go a little cricket towards the left. I'm going to bring the deep blue. And it's going to be a cricket to a little lower and maybe straightish. And then I'm going to bring the last one. So the boho blue, that's going to be the one on the right side. I'm going to cricket a little bit like that. And we're going to bring the beautiful paper one. Let's call it the designer series paper one, the pattern one in front of them. And that way we have our back. And that makes your card. So you go ahead, you open it. You have these two. You open it back like here, set it, and there it goes. Haha! Isn't that super cute? I love this card. It's one of those cards that I really, really love doing. I know it's an hour and 10 minutes. I was thinking it was going to be a little bit shorter. It never is. I think and I wishful think, and it never happens. But this is the card for today, guys. I sure hope you like it. Let's see, where am I? Let me come back up here. Thank you. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. I hope you like today's alternative. I am that person that will use all of what's in the kit for cards. And sometimes I always think I could make more of these cards, but I just want to create something special for you guys to play with. And so I really like this option. Let me know, guys, um, in the comments if you like them, if you like it, not them. And just don't forget, I have. Let me go back 1 second. Thank you, Judy. I appreciate it. Let me see. Oops. Oh, thank you, Brenda. I really, really appreciate it. I really appreciate you guys. Joan, I didn't see you coming in here. Huh, that's weird. Well, hi, Joan. I really like talking to you. You're always around. I love it. Um, Sorry, this is what I'm trying to do is the last thing is I'm not able to put back on my little raffle thing, but from our previous the previous winner for our other paper pumpkin kit, so that would be the one that was done 3 weeks ago. For that paper pumpkin kit, the winner is, oh my goodness, where is it? The winner is Nancy Johnson 885. So I'm going to ask you guys because I really, really want to send my cards right away to you guys. But I have some of the people are actually getting back with me with their name and address. But the only way I have to contact you is via Facebook, right? Unless, we've had corresponded in the past. So if you are selected in the raffle to receive a card, you will need to contact me to maria@mariascraftingcorner.com and send me your address. But I do need you, if you're interested, to come back and pay attention when that person or when who is selected. Because again, the only way for me to contact you guys is via YouTube. If you're on Facebook make it a little bit easier. And these will be the card, me be back, that will be raffling next week. So Judy and Diane and Brenda and those that will comment later, pay attention in next week's live to see if you're selected. Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much. I know I went a little bit over. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your Sunday. Many, many blessings to you all. And have a wonderful week as well. And happy Independence Day to all of us here in America, in the United States.